My name is Nino Cutraro. I was born in Sicily, October 27, 1953, and I came in this country September 1st, 1975. So it just passed 50 years since I came in this country for a vacation, 1 month vacation. Was going to go back, and I see this is the incredible opportunity. And I see an uncle of mine that he had a yacht, he had a helicopter. I said, I want to be like him. And I stayed. I never bought a helicopter, but I bought everything else.
Like another foot this way.
A whole foot?
Yeah, tuck right even closer.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay,
That's
it.
better?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, your uncle. So when you came over, you were how old?
I was 21, almost 22 years old. I came in September. My birthday is in October, so.
And that was
20.
it.
And that was it. I live in Rome. I went to school in Rome because I left Sicily when I was 14, and so I've been, 8 years in Rome. And soon I land in this country. I see this incredible opportunity. It's a beautiful country, and I had nothing, nothing going in Rome. So I decided to stay, and and everything is here. So.
And then the rest is history.
Yeah, that's history.
So I'm gonna look really weird when I'm
Okay.
talking to you because
Yeah.
I'm trying not to talk.
Yeah.
But I'm.
Yeah.
So I'm not having a seizure.
No.
So just so you know,
Okay.
I forgot to tell you that part. I'm gonna
Yeah.
look absolutely nuts. So, okay. So tell me a little bit about that. So once you got here, you decided to stay, and what was the first thing you did after that? Like, what was your?
I immediately started working for my uncle, who had a pretty big construction company, built the 696, two section of 696. So I started as a laborer. That was my first job, just clean, believe it or not, manholes. And I never worked that much in my life. I come home, I have bleeding hands. But I never care. I mean, I was very eager to learn every single aspect, and I've been all my life very eager to learn everything I do, because everything I do, I have a passion for. And I was the best manhole cleaner, and then I become, they give me a sweeper, and I was very good, and I became an operator from heavy equipment, and then I was a superintendent, and I operated excavators, and so I worked for a while with my uncle, and then throughout the year, a couple years later, he decided to get in bowling business on Grossbeck and 14 Mile. It was all Hollywood lanes, and so we started that project, and it was a small place, 36 lanes, and a couple years later was 60 lanes, a nightclub on the front, and cowboy bar in the back. I had one of the first mechanical bull. So, but La Notte was the name of the nightclub. It was iconic nightclub for many years on the east side of Detroit. We had a TV show from there called Saturday Night Music Machine, who is like the idol show. Used to be on Channel 4 every Saturday. We just looking for talents. So we did the idol show way long before they did it.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it lasted for a long time. Until I decided to move on, and I opened a place in Detroit called Taboo, and then the show follow me, and Taboo was, as it today, I think is the best nightclub ever been in the city of Detroit. We had an amazing run, 10 years. We had a TV show from there, from Cinemax. Actually, Aretha Franklin was a good friend of mine. So this brother, Cecil, Frank, Reverend Cecil, and anything they want to do, like advertise, she always choose Taboo to be the place for filming. So, they came to me and said, we want to do a show with Aretha Franklin, James Brown, Joe Cocker, Wilson Pickett, Billy Vera, Robert Palmer. What do you think? They go, let me think for a second. I say, yes, immediately. So, but, we need to shut down for 2 weeks. But, they pay me for everything. So they put trailers outside, and they got all this amazing musician coming over, and I meet him. I hang out with Joe Cocker, drinking one night. It was not a good thing for me because I don't feel good the next day. But Joe Cocker was an amazing party man. So, and obviously, James Brown, who is a showman, at that time it was a sober. So you can even swear a word and not you because they look to you, what'd you say that for? So, and Robert Palmer was an amazing guy too. That he brought. I remember he had this little daughter with him, and there was, I don't think she was going to school, so he was teaching her, doing break. He was reading a book and do maths. So